Well, this is sort of one of those on the fly video, vlogs. So we'll see how it goes. No pre checks or setting up the camera like I normally do before setting out. I sort of threw the mic on and let it rip. So, what's on my mind today? Well, me and my baby here just had our 4,000 mile milestone. And those of you that bought a new bike before know that's a service interval for a lot of the Japanese manufacturers. And so for the first service interval, and I wonder how everybody else does it, like for the first service interval, I took it to the dealer just to document that I got that first 600-mile oil change and a couple things Yamaha actually wanted to do. Although I have to say I was a bit disturbed that I had to point these things out to the service department. And I recognize that the FC07 is a new bike, and so, you know, it doesn't mean the guy was a complete idiot, but you just feel a little bit better. You know, I felt kind of jacked up taking my girl in there to get serviced to begin with, and then, you know, the knave that I'm talking to doesn't even know what the hell he's supposed to be doing. So, in any case, so for the 4,000, I did it myself. Got me a K&N oil filter. I'm a big believer in their products. Although I know that their air filters are a subject of some controversy amongst the performance-minded in our community. So be it. I do trust their oil filters. And I've heard horror stories of the cheapos where they'll come unglued, and so you're not even really filtering. Your oil. It's, you know, sort of just bypassing the filter. Well, that sucks. So I didn't want to take any chances on that. The K&Ns are like $2 more than the High Flows, which is sort of a cheapy brand. So anyway, but then I had to do a lot of other stuff like lubricate the joints for the clutch and the brake levers, the brake pivot itself on the rear set. You know, a lot of neat stuff, and it's kind of cool to do. I like doing it myself because I really feel like I get a little more familiar with my bike, a little more intimate with my bike. So it's a couple hours well spent, but you know, I feel like it's a healthy exercise. So I'm wondering, you know, if you're watching, what do you do for your service? Do you just take it into the dealer? Do you do the first one like I do and then start doing it yourself? You know, let me know. Like, sign into the comment section and leave your 2 cents worth. So anyway, but that's what I did. It was thoroughly enjoyable and hard to believe. I got this bike in February and really couldn't ride it for a while. You know, because I got in the dead of winter, which I did it for pricing purposes. And that's cool. I mean, by all means, pricing purposes are great. But it does suck having the shiny new bike sitting inside looking at you like, hey, take me for a ride. So, since the weather's, I guess it took me about a month to put 600 miles on the bike. And since then, well, it's been 3 months, and I put almost another 4,000 miles on the bike. And I'm trying to temper that a little bit, but I'm selling my first bike. In fact, the guy may be buying it this evening, so that'll be cool. In a way, it'll be bittersweet, of course, because I really feel like I owe a lot of who I am as a rider to that bike, and I guess it's only natural to get a little sentimental about your bike. Or maybe I'm the only one. Well, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but maybe, you know, some people do, some people don't. And maybe it's just your first bike that's that way, and you sort of start to view them as simply a machine. I hope not, because I really feel a bond with this bike too now. And don't get me wrong, the day will come. Whoa, look at that pothole. when it is time to get the next bike, and maybe I'll keep this one and maybe I won't. But anyway, uh, so it's kind of cool though, even though it's bittersweet letting go of the bike. In a way, it's neat because I really like the young man who's coming to buy it. He's an enthusiastic young rider. He passed his MSF class over the weekend. Just saw the bike and you could tell right away he liked it. I talked to him about it for a little bit and told him what it did for me and how it's sort of shaped me as a rider and why I think it's an excellent starter bike. So anyway, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so let me know how that process is if you're a vet rider and you've moved on to your second or third or whatever bike, however many you've had. How did it feel to let go of that first bike? What was it like? Was it, and don't get me wrong, I don't have any regrets. I love this bike, and it's several times the bike that my Suzuki GS was. But it's going to be a weird feeling watching him ride off on my bike when the deal's done, if it happens. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on it, how that's gone for you, and if you remember it, if it means anything. And maybe, yeah, it's weird at first, but it quickly fades, which is what I'm thinking is going to happen. So anyway, all right, that's it. Yeah, that's two neat little topics. I'm going to stop talking and enjoy this badass road. This is Riverside Drive, over off of the Lee Bridge in Richmond, Virginia. And it's not a long stretch of road, it's a few miles, but it's really fun. So until next time, enjoy the ride and shift with pride.